Hi students, welcome to the physics online class. Today we are going to learn our first chapter, effects of electric current. In the beginning of the chapter, you can see a table 1.1 based on energy change that you already learned in your 9th class. So, try to complete the table first. You all know we have different forms of energy and one form of energy is converted to other forms. This chapter includes some of the energy changes of electrical energy. First one is about the heating effect of electric current, that is one of the energy change happens in electricity. So let's have a look. Children, have you touched your cell phone or CPU of computer or TV or mixer at the time of working? Don't you feel heat? Yes, it feels heat. Do you know why it happens? This happens due to the heat generated as a result of heating effect of electric current. So let us learn more about it, okay? The energy can be transformed from one form to another when current passes through appliances such as mixer, TV, and box, etc. For example, in the case of mixer, some of the electrical energy get converts to mechanical energy to rotate its blades, and the remaining energy converts as heat energy and makes the mixer warm. This process of transformation of electrical energy to heat energy due to electric current is known as heating effect of electric current. Why is heat produced on passing the electric current? Let's have a look on a circuit. To understand this, the circuit contains a battery to provide charge, copper wire for conducting charge, and nichrome wire as resistor. When current passes through this conducting wire, you can see the nichrome wire becomes red hot. We already know a resistor resists the current through a circuit. When the current passes through the circuit, the nichrome wire becomes red hot. The reason is the material copper and nichrome have different structural properties. Copper wire has positively charged ions. They only vibrate. They can't move. The free electrons in copper moves freely and conducts electricity. While in nichrome wire, it is an alloy of nickel, chromium and iron. Number of free electrons is lesser than copper in nickel. So, it resists the free movement of electrons. It can't move easily. Due to this, the ions contained in nichrome vibrate vigorously and produces large amount of energy as heat. At the same time, copper ions vibrates less and amount of heat produced is also less, and electric charge flows freely than in nichrome. That you can see from this video. When same amount of electricity passes through copper and nichrome, due to the change in resistivity, nichrome conducts only small amount of electricity than in copper. So it becomes red hot. This red hot condition is used as heating coil. Heating effect of electric current is also known as Joule's law of heating because it was first studied by James Prescott Joule, and the law is known as Joule's law. So what is Joule's law? The heat generated in a current carrying conductor is directly proportional to the square of intensity of current I, resistance of the conductor capital R, and time of flow of current small letter t. That is, for finding heat generated, capital H equals I square into R into T. H equals amount of heat generated and the unit of heat is Joule. Based on Joule's law, we can understand that to get more heat, we have to pass more current for more time. When resistance is directly proportional to heat generated, the material having high resistance such as nichrome or tungsten generate large amount of heat as compared to copper. This property of nichrome and tungsten is used in several electrical appliances where electrical energy is required to convert it to heat energy. Next one, advantages of nichrome. Nichrome has high resistivity, high melting point, high sufficient ductility, and the main point is ability to remain in red hot condition for a long time without getting oxidized.
Hope you all understood the topic. If you have any doubts related with this topic, you can ask me through the WhatsApp. Thank you.